welcome back to the podcast. My name is Dheandra Nicolette. If you're new here, welcome my love. I'm so excited to have you here tuned in for a first ever or your first ever episode of Manifest Daily. And if you're an OG listener, hey girl, hey boy, hey, what's poppin', what's good? Welcome back to another episode of Manifest Daily. So my loves, today's episode is one of those like hybrid episodes, okay? We're on video on YouTube, we're on audio on the podcast. So if you want to watch this episode instead of just listen to it, go ahead and check out the show notes for a link to my YouTube channel and you can find me over there. So my loves, before we get into today's episode, I want to just say that I literally sat here in the same spot this morning for like a good hour and a half trying to record this episode. I'd set up my lights, I set up my mic, I'd woken up early to record right before starting my work for my 9 to 5, and it just wasn't giving what it needs to have gave. Like I literally kept hitting this wall with the content where I was trying to record and it felt so forced and it felt so like, I don't know, it just felt like it wasn't giving what it needed to have gave. I walked away for a second or longer than a second. I literally went to Starbucks to work for today. At Starbucks, I literally had this idea pop up while I was there working, and I was just like so excited to come home and record this episode for you guys. And so I left, came home, here we are. I literally have a meeting in 45 minutes, but I was like, I need to get this out right now. That's the thing about content creation. Like if you create content, like you kind of know this, or not even just content, but like if you do anything in life, which is like literally all of you guys, you know that there are times in your life where you get so motivated and so inspired and like you just want to do the thing. And it's so nice whenever you have the ability to like jump on that creativity, jump on that inspiration and actually create whatever it is that you want to create in that moment. However, obviously life is made up of moments where we have to be disciplined and we have to sort of do a thing when we don't want to do a thing. But I'm just excited for the fact that in this moment I had the time to record. I had the lights all set up. Thank goodness I didn't take them down, y'all, because setting these lights up, one thing about these lights is they're giving very much taking up space, okay? But I was like, I'm glad I didn't take them down. I'm glad we're here to record. I'm glad we're here to vibe and have us a good time. And it doesn't feel forced. It doesn't feel awkward this time. And honestly, I just hope it comes out good. I hope I'm in focus on the camera. I hope the audio is picking up okay. And yeah, my love. So don't mind me here. I have my little like bootleg mic set up here on the what is this thing called? My little clip-on mic bootleg setup. So if you see it, just pretend you ain't see a damn thing. Okay. Today I want to chat with you guys about 5 different ways that I stay high vibe in my everyday life. I actually got this episode idea from one of you guys who slipped in the DMs. Okay, girl, if you know who you are. Okay, we were kind of chatting about this idea of staying high vibrational, and you were like, oh, do you have an episode where you talk about how you stay high vibe? And pretty much not every single episode, but in a bunch of different episodes, I have talked about like different ways that I stay high vibe in my everyday life. I've talked about when you're feeling really sad and more of a depressive state, how do you sort of pull yourself out of that, things like that. But I haven't actually done, I mean, to my knowledge, but I haven't actually done an episode literally just talking about things to do in your everyday life to stay high vibrational. So that is what this episode is today, my loves, okay? So I got my handy dandy cellular device over here with my notes, because when I tell y'all this episode idea came through quick. I literally like sat in the car in the garage when I got home and like jotted down the ideas that I had as I was like driving home for what I wanted to say in this episode. So like I said, got my notes here, so don't mind me looking down at my phone, okay? I ain't being unprofessional, I'm a little disorganized, that's all it is. The first way that I stay high vibe every single day, or at least as many days as I can, because like, let's be honest, it's literally not every single day, but the way that I like to stay high vibe, or one of the ways, is that I work out every single morning. Just kidding. Why did I say that? Like, what? Wait, I do not work out every single morning. Scratch that, y'all. This episode is getting messy. Okay, I work out almost every single day, okay? So like usually I would say 5 to 6 times a week is how often I work out. And for me, I always say to people like the gym is my meditation. Like some people, you know, they sit down, they can balance their thoughts by sitting down and doing like a meditation where they're sitting still and like, you know, tapping in that way. For for me, I gotta get my ass to the gym, okay? One thing about me is, baby, I'm gonna tap in on that Stairmaster. I'm gonna be dying and I'm gonna be tapped in, okay? So that's how I like do my meditation. And so for me, the gym literally is my morning meditation. Like, I have a whole routine built around that, but typically I'm grateful for the fact that I work from home, so I don't necessarily have to factor in a commute to work unless I'm going to work at a coffee shop or anything that day. But typically I get to wake up around, what's my alarm set at? 6:30 every morning to go to the gym. I like to get there around 7:15 because I literally have like a whole thing in the morning, and I'm gonna talk about one of the other things I do as I prep for like my workout. That's another high vibrational thing for me. But really, like, the gym keeps me high vibe, and it's so simple. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I will say, if you're not somebody who likes to go to the gym, I know my mom like hates going to the gym. For her, there's a lot of social anxiety around it, which I understand. I've talked about this before on Instagram too. Like, y'all, like, I be real socially anxious at the gym. I be so like, I be really awkward sometimes. But one thing, like I said, is the gym is my morning meditation. So I like to push through that awkwardness and that anxiety. And like, now that I go to the gym that I go to literally all the time, and I sort of like know the familiar faces, like I have my routine, I don't necessarily feel that anxiety when I go anymore, unless I'm like trying a new machine or a new workout or something like that. I know there are some of you who are like, girl, I ain't going to no damn gym. Like, you don't want to go to the gym, you don't want to work out, whatever. I get it. Like, I absolutely get it. So I will say, to swap this out would be moving your body. So the gym or like working out, moving your body can look different ways for every single person. I like to lift. I'll do my little Stairmaster, like I said. But for other people, I know my mom has like a treadmill in the basement at our house. She'll go on her treadmill, and for her, movement involves calling my grandmother and like talking to my grandmother on the phone while she walks. I have a friend who does yoga in place of her movement, and that's what she does. That keeps her high vibrational. That keeps her sort of in a very healthy and well-minded state. So it can look different for everybody. It can even be as simple as going for a walk. I also think a walk is really good too because it serves like two purposes. One, you're moving your body, but two, you're also getting out there in nature, breathing that fresh air. Okay, yes, pollution is a thing, but you're still breathing some air, baby. Okay, you outside your house. So I love the idea of a walk. I really want to get into like taking a walk around here. I have seen people like taking walks in this neighborhood and stuff like that, and it is pretty much, it's a pretty good walkable area for Dallas, because I honestly, from what I've seen with like Dallas, a lot of stuff is, at least what I've seen is like highways and stuff, but around here there's a little bit of walkability. So I might get into a little walk or some little evening walk, maybe here or there. But again, the whole idea is just moving your body and having something that is gonna allow you to tap in and stay vibrational in that way. So my number one thing, or my first thing to mention, is that I do a morning workout. Okay, so the second way that I stay high vibrational almost every day, a lot, often, is that I dance in the morning. Okay, again, if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this, because I recently did a story where I was showing y'all how I be turning up before my workout. So I got, like I said, a whole routine. Usually my alarm goes off. I won't even lie to you. I be in the bed for a little bit. I be in the bed for like 10 minutes, just really trying to figure out how to get up. I'm not immune to that. So I do sit in the bed for a little bit. Usually, like, I know this is like, some people say this is bad, but I will like check Instagram, I'll check my email. I check Twitter, and I'll even check YouTube. And because sometimes like there'll be a video on YouTube that I put on that I listen to as I get up, and then usually I put on a podcast or something in the morning as I'm getting up, get out of bed, whatever. So as I'm doing my like routine to prep for the gym, that involves getting my workout clothes on, mixing up my pre-workout, I also ask Alexa, I'm not gonna say her name, the A girl, she's like Siri, but her name starts with an A, because she gonna go off if I say her name right now. But I ask her to play my music, and so she taps into Apple Music. I have a playlist. If you like trap music, I have a playlist like linked on my Instagram, and so there's just trap music, and I will listen to that in the morning. And it's like, you know, if you know, you know. Okay, Lil Baby, Young Dolph, who else do I be listening to? Rod Wave. Is Rod Wave trap though? I don't know if he's trap, but like Polo G, love me some Polo G. Ooh, he could get it. Okay, Polo G, that's it. Okay, period. So I'll put out my little music or whatever, and then I just dance. Like, I literally just dance. Like, I'm getting chills as I record this. Why am I getting chills, you guys? Ooh, is it because Polo G coming for me? Hi. But no, but literally, I literally just will like dance and stuff to the music, and I have a little thingy, the Echo, in my bathroom, and I will just have her play, not too loud. You know, it's the morning, I get it, I got neighbors. And I will just sit my pre-workout, I'll be in the mirror and I'll just dance as I get ready. And usually by the time like I finish getting ready, my pre-workout's hitting, I've gone through a couple songs. And that's why my like routine before I get to the gym takes a little bit of time. Like I said, I wake up at around 6:30, and by that time I get to the gym, it's like it's usually about 7:20, 7:30. I won't even lie, by the time I get to the gym. So you're like, damn, a whole hour, but it really is essential for me to have that moment of time to take my morning slow, to like, you know, take the time to get out of bed, to put the heat on, to dance, to mix up my pre-workout, to call my mom. I'll call her in the morning as well. That's like a little bonus high vibe moment there for y'all, because I don't have that on the list, but I do call her every morning as I'm getting ready for the gym. And it just helps me to like feel excited for my day. Because one thing is that music is going lituation. Wait, what? No, that music is gonna get me lit. Okay, that music is gonna get me lit. I'm gonna be turned. I'll be ready for my workout, and I'll be ready for my day. So the next thing I have on my list is that I get ready for my day. So this is something I don't do every single day, because yes, there are days where I just be in my robe, I be with my satin cap, my bonnet on. You can't call me on no FaceTime mess. You gonna see some crust and dust, okay? But on the days where I really want to tap into not only high vibrational vibes, whatever, or I want to be like extremely productive, I will get ready for my day. And that means like typically it's kind of the whole nine. Like I will obviously take a shower and stuff after the gym, but I'll get dressed. Like I'll put on clothes, you know what I'm saying? And what I mean by clothes is, you know what clothes is. Like I'm not putting on no t-shirt and no sweatpants. I'll put on like a top, not necessarily jeans. I am wearing jeans today because I did go like outside my house, but I'll wear like, you know, a nice top, some leggings or something. Still kind of chill, but still showing that I actually like got ready for my day. I'll put my wig on. I will put on a little bit of makeup. It doesn't have to be a full face like this. A lot of times it's just, I'll do my brows, put on a little lip gloss and a little bit of cream blush or like liquid blush, which, a cream blush, the one from Glossier, oh my gosh. Like if you put cream blush on, do your brows and do a little lip, I'm telling you, you be looking like you got a whole full face on, like you done spent all this time in the mirror doing all this stuff and you ain't did nothing but 5 minutes of makeup. Literally, it's like 5 minutes. But today I did like a full face and stuff like that. And then, another thing I'll do is I'll wear perfume. So I am such a perfume hoe. Like literally, I love perfume. Like I kid you not, I wear perfume to the gym. Yes, I said it, and it's not because of anybody else. It's literally because of me. I'm a Taurus, you guys, okay? Do you get the vibes or do you get the vibes? So I wear perfume all the time. I have scents that are like for the gym. I'm gonna do a perfume video because I just want to do it. Like it literally has nothing to do with like manifestation, except you're manifesting your luxury life with perfume. So I guess it kind of does. I love to wear replicas at the barbershop, I think it's called, to the gym, because it's actually a cologne, but I love that scent for the gym. But anyways, I'll put on some perfume, do my hair, do a little bit of makeup, get dressed. And really, whenever I do that, honestly, I feel like I just tap into this energy of like boss bitch. Like I'm on my grind. Like I'm like, literally, even today I wore, y'all should have seen the shoes I wore. I wore these 4-inch heel booties, because one thing about me is I live in a heel. Okay, it don't matter where we going. We're going to Target, heel. We're going to the mall, heel. We're going to the beach, maybe a sandal, but I might have a heel in the bag. Like I really just love heels. Like literally, I love heels. I got dressed and I just like, it was a simple outfit. Like this is like a basic shirt. If you are watching on video, you see me, I'm in a basic, like this shirt is so old, y'all, so old. I'm in jeans, I put the booties on, but I put my little trench on. I got my hair did, put my makeup on. I walked up in that Starbucks like, yes, I'll have a grande salted caramel mocha, oat milk, hold the whip. Yeah. Hold the whip. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know when you just get dressed and you just feel like you're on top of the world. Like you want to be seen. Like you want to go take you a trip to CVS, to Target, to Starbucks, to wherever, because you know you look good. And so that puts me in such a high vibrational space. Again, I don't do this every single day, but I won't even lie to y'all. Since I've come back to Dallas from my trip at home, I've been doing it more often than not, getting ready, because I feel like it just puts me again in such a high vibrational space, and I tend to get more work done done and get better quality of work done once I've actually gotten ready for my day. Okay, so the next one happens on the outside. And what I mean by the outside is once you actually leave your house. And this tip is to, or this step, whatever, what are we calling them? Tips, whatever. Anyways, so it is to be kind to everyone that you meet. This is such a simple one. And I feel like whenever we think about high vibrational stuff, oftentimes there is a focus on yourself, a focus on, what can I do for myself to feel good? Self-care, bubble baths, perfume, makeup, eating well, like all of these things. Amazing. We love that. That's great. But I think one of the most beautiful things about vibrations and staying high vibrational is also comes from how you treat other people. So one of the things I love to do is, whenever I leave my house, wherever I'm going, and this can also be just in your house, so maybe somebody call you or something like that, I'm just always super kind to people. I think this is just something that I really value. Like, I value kindness and empathy because I know you literally never know what's going on with people. I think I just have I don't know, I can get into this so much more because I think sometimes people are so quick to jump on other people, criticize other people, just say mean things, especially on the internet or to strangers who we don't know. It can be so easy to want to judge someone's lifestyle or judge someone's choices or judge what someone does. And it's like, you do not know. And that's not to excuse bad behavior. That's not to excuse, just awful human decisions, essentially. But that is to say that we can all try to understand each other a little bit more and be kind to each other a little bit more. We're literally all going through a collective global pandemic as well. I think that has put so much of an additional strain on all of us emotionally and energetically. It's hard to connect. We're all a little bit more isolated. It's just a really tough time. So I think kindness goes an extremely long way right now. So this looks like I'll go to Starbucks. I'll be chatting it up with the people who get my coffee. I make jokes. My jokes be corny as hell, but one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crack me a joke. Okay, like I said, hold the whip, baby. Hold the whip. Okay, so it's like you just, when you're out and about and you just say dumb stuff around people and strangers and you make someone laugh. I love that. I just be saying whatever and people be laughing. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? You just have to be kind to other people, and that goes such a long way. Whenever I, have a conversation with someone and someone starts to open up and they were originally a stranger and now we're kind of talking, we're in a conversation, you will learn about people's day. There's this woman who works at Target. Every time I go, that's where I always see her. I go to the same checkout and she's always there. And we always get into a conversation. It's gotten to the point now where it's every time I go, we both have updates for each other about what's going on in our lives and things like that. And it's just nice to be able to create that human connection with another soul. You don't have to be so disconnected from anyone and everyone in this world just because they aren't your friend or your family or whatever it is. So kindness goes a long way. Not only is it going to be something where you affect other people, you make them happy, they go on to, be nice to someone else and make someone else happy. So it's this domino effect. But the more that you are also kind to other people, that is literally a reflection of how you want to treat yourself in a way, if that makes sense. I feel like I said that very backwards and weird and whatever, but you get what I'm saying. Just be kind to people, okay? We're all humans. We're all connected. Don't be an ass, okay? Long story short, just be a kind human being. And my last step for how you can stay high vibrational every single day is, this is a very niche one, but I'm gonna say it anyways, and it is reading before bed. You guys know, again, literally, I always say, if you follow me on Instagram, I'm rolling my eyes, I'm saying it again. But truly, because I can't show you all of these things on the podcast, okay? So literally, I post stories all the time. And one of the things I love to do is post stories about the books that I read. I read a lot of psychological thrillers. This happened because I used to read a lot as a kid, okay? I'm backstory now. I used to read a lot as a kid, Harry Potter, all the things, literally all the things. And I think once I grew up, I fell off reading for a little bit. Well, I fell off reading for fun. I would read a lot. As a psych and sociology major, all you do is read. If you studied psych or sociology in school, literally all you do is read them papers, okay? But literally after school, I feel I fell off of reading for fun, and I got into reading again, but I got into reading a lot of self-development, business, marketing, that type of stuff. So I felt every time I was reading, I was learning something, which is really a beautiful thing, right? A lot of people do read to learn, and reading is a great way to learn. However, I will also say that once things started happening with the pandemic, it was I found myself in a space where I was I don't want to read about business right now. I don't want to read about how to improve my life. everything is overwhelming, like I just can't take it, right? And so what I ended up doing was I started to read for fun. And I started to go back to my literal childhood roots of reading for fun. I would read psychological thrillers. That was like sort of the genre I got into. You know, the books where it's like somebody done killed somebody, but y'all trying to figure out who, and it's just a bunch of crazy twists and turns. That's the type of book I love to read these days. And so I got into that, and it's become such a huge part of my routine. When I was living in New Jersey, I found myself always reading before bed, and I literally loved it so much. Not only did it help me to sort of escape in a way into a world, it's like, I would say it's like Netflix but for your mind, because I'm seeing the images and the pictures and stuff, but obviously it's not Netflix, it's literally a book. So it's like that, but it would also help me to actually wind down and fall asleep better. Sometimes I struggle with insomnia, especially during certain parts of the month, and reading really helps me to curb that and to deal with that and to actually get a really good night's rest. So reading is a huge one for me. It just puts me in like a good mood, especially in the evening, because as I'm finishing up my work for the day, I know that I get to read that night, and I'm looking forward to my book. I'm looking forward to figuring out like what's going on in the book. It'd be twists and turns. It'd be all types of drama in these books, y'all. One thing about these books is they gonna give you some hot tea. I'm reading one right now. I don't want to spoil it for y'all, but literally it's this book where this woman, like, she has her mother locked away in the top level of their house as a prisoner. Yup. And so I'm trying to figure out like why she got her mom locked up there, what her mom do to her. Like, so you're hearing it from like her side and her mom's side. It's such an interesting story so far. Like, it's interesting. It's a different type of thriller that I'm used to, but it's so good. So I'm reading that right now, and it's just like, it's delicious. But literally reading before bed, I feel like that is it's a beautiful way to wind down. It's a beautiful way to have something relaxing to do before bed. If you don't like to read, or if you're not sort of into reading books like that before bed, you can try to find some sort of activity that you do at night before bed that helps you wind down. Before I got into reading before bed, I actually used to watch shows before bed. And I used to watch like a Bob's Burgers episode, or I would like have a show that I was watching. Right now it's Succession. There's also Euphoria, but I don't know if I want to watch Euphoria right before I go to sleep, because it'd be too much going on in Euphoria, okay? But like, you can find something like that to do that helps you to wind down before bed. That way, as you're winding down your work day and you're winding down your day in general, you have something really nice to look forward to once you actually get in bed. So my loves, those are my 5 different ways of how I stay high vibrational every day, or almost every day. So let me know down below in the comments section which one was your favorite. If you're listening on Apple, or you're listening on Spotify, come find me on Instagram. Let me know which one was your favorite, and like which one you do that I didn't mention, like whatever you do to stay high vibrational throughout your day. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you watched on YouTube, thank you so much for listening to the podcast episode. If I'm listening, or if you're listening to the podcast episode, I want to thank you so much for being here. And I also want to say I'm so happy that I jumped on this idea and came home to record this for you guys. I feel like literally, I love when I can tap in and have episodes like this with y'all, where it's like we really connecting on a different level. It's not necessarily like a forced thing like it was this morning. Because I said I can't give them that. I said this is giving push and shove and struggle, and I cannot deliver that to the potty. Okay, I can't do that to y'all. So I hope y'all enjoyed this episode instead. It wasn't one that I had planned for the content calendar, but you know, the content calendar is on Google Sheets for a reason, because I literally always move things around at the last minute. So here we are. Anyways, thank you so much, my loves, for tuning into this episode. I will chat with you in the very next one. Have an amazing weekend, and have an amazing rest of your Friday. Bye, my loves.